Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Eden Zero, Chapter 90. When we last left our heroes, we got a little bit more info about Dragon Joe out of Noah, specifically that he's also known as Undead Joe, and that somehow Rebecca learned his weakness in World 29, but then Noah his internet connection crapped out, and he was kicked out of the Zoom meeting, so we went to focus on Hermit versus Phi, that Hermit was able to win fairly easily, with some lessons about the importance of the heart and knowing pain and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's jump right on into Chapter 90, Sister versus Daichi, continuing our Element 4 wrap-ups. We have another Pino's analysis here, this time for Wise. His powers, of course, is Ether Gear Machina Maker, he likes money and bunny girls, dislikes studying. Attack 3 stars, Defense 5 stars, Marksmanship 4 stars, Ether Power 3 stars, Intelligence 2 stars, RIP, and Thievery 3 stars. His main trait, and he's only halfway good at it. Master Modification we met on the planet of Norma of 50 years ago. He uses his Ether Gear to modify all kinds of machines. At first I thought he was scary, but he turned out to be nice, and even fixed my broken leg. He puts on mechanical armor to fight the superhero-like persona, Arsenal. Alright, so we open with Team Shiki running through the halls of Draken's base. Where are they keeping Labilia? I don't know. It's not like he let me wander around wherever I wanted. And some of Draken's troops find them. There they are, the intruders. Happy! Aye, sir! And Happy turns into his gun form. Wise grabs his own gun. Good grief. And Pino gets the most adorable karate stance I've ever seen. But Shiki just starts, running onto the walls and then onto the ceiling. What the? He's running on the ceiling? Shoot him! Then Shiki just, steps on the guy calling to shoot him. Magimech attack. Gravity roundhouse! And he then, does this kind of kick that blows everyone back with the force of gravity. They all, start to hit the wall, make weird noises. The remaining troops are just, staring at all this. How is he? And then all three of them get shot by Rebecca and Wise. So now the battle is over, and Pino is doing some analysis of the building. Now analyzing the building's layout. It will take time to pinpoint rooms that may hold cells. Hold on, Pino. It's faster to ask these guys. I see. That is very logical. And then we cut back to Daichi, so we're going to go back to our favorite dominatrix fight. Daichi's making a weird face like he always does. We hear a crack of Sister's whip. Take that! And that! How's the taste of my paradise whip? I never realized before, since I was always the one doing the torturing. But this, and we see that, Sister's whip has ripped holes on his ass cheeks. I might like it! And he's learning he might be a sub. What a fucking fight this is. That's creepy! Sister just calls him out. But I can't resist any longer. Tell me, do androids feel pain? And we see Daichi turns around, his Ether Gear is activated. And the branch of pain is riding up Sister's leg. Also, that's kind of a repeating theme here, because Phi had the same question for Hermit during their fight. And I'm curious if that will also come up with Laguna. I imagine given Laguna's power will have to come up during Laguna versus Witch. But, Hermit kind of, settled that. There's not a whole lot of thematic exploration there, I don't think. Hermit pretty definitively said yes, androids do feel pain. So I don't really know if this is really going anywhere, thematically, I mean. It's just kind of a repeated thing. It's not really... There isn't really room for this idea to grow, I guess. Anyway, so the branch is riding up Sister's leg, and then a tendril catches her arm. What the? And she's now kind of caught up. A kind of recurring theme with Mashima right now is wood like this. I'm kind of seeing this. I was reminded of the God Seeds over 100 Years Quest. But anyway, my Earth Ether Gear, Pain's Tree. And we see, Sister's veins are kind of starting to appear on her legs. And Daichi comes over to her. So, you do feel pain. Yes. I think this is Daichi's line. Yes. Yes. So how do you like to be tied up? Like this? He does a bunch of poses. Like this? Or like this? But Sister is kind of like grinning through the pain. You little. I'm gonna kill you. Yes, yes. Go ahead and try. Go ahead and try, why don't ya? Daichi like snaps, all up in her face. Try, why don't ya, huh? And Daichi like grabs her by the neck. You've been holding back for 10 years, which means you've been getting rusty. So let me teach you what real torture is. What real pain feels like. And then she feels another like screech of pain. Lets out another yell. Hee. I'll kill you. Don't give me that I'm gonna kill you crap. You're supposed to say, just kill me. Everyone knows that. That's the cliche. And Sister just smiles wider. We see like her sleeves are getting torn. You're not too bad at this. When mounting your torture victim, it's important to come on strong like that. It looks like she's starting to like push back against the vine. You're finally making the kind of face I expect to see. Why you? Dispel Driver. And I guess, is that the first time we've seen Sister's ether gear? Is that her ether gear? She doesn't have ether markings. But either way, Dispel Driver dispels the wood and she breaks free. Huh? It's BIW? My power fixes abnormal status effects. I reset my bind status. Is that how this works? Is this a video game? What? But nobody can use ether gear when they're tied up. The 4 Shiny Stars powers aren't gear. A better phrase might be ether optimization. So that would explain why she didn't have the ether gear line. Whew. And she like starts to like stretch out her limbs after being tied up. I always thought I should try being the victim once in a while, but it's really not that fun. I definitely prefer being on top. Yeah, we're, again, not subtle. No subtlety here, Mashima. And I normally, rail against the series' awkward BDSM moments. It's better than, like, Kurenai or Iliga or any of that stuff. And I can't quite put my finger on why it's better. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that it's not like one person inflicting their BDSM fantasies on other people. They're both inflicting their fantasies on each other, maybe. Or maybe I'm looking way too into this. I don't know. But there's something about this fight that's just, like, not as frustrating as Iliga and Kurenai, and I don't remember if there are any others that I'm forgetting, but those are the 2 big ones. Anyway, what's happening? The pain in my butt is gone. I'm restoring your stamina, so I can have all the fun I want with you. I'm burning up. That's too much stamina. Overheal, destroy. And somehow from healing him, he explodes? Whoa. And that's how we learn that too much healing can be bad for us. The expended energy causes an explosion inside the body. Okay, I guess. And he falls over, burned up. Now then, back to torture time. And she goes to stand over him. I want some chocolate? And he, like, weakly tries to offer her some chocolate. Don't worry. No matter how much it hurts, I won't kill you. I'm the life of Edens. I can bring you back to life as many times as I want. And then we kind of leave them there for off-screen torture time. And we go back to Laguna, who we have not checked in on in a little while. Damn it. She's too strong. You are quite skilled yourself. However, one who has no reason to do battle can never defeat us. What? You were once an actor, yes? That was the first thing I found when I looked you up. but you suddenly left show business, and here you are in the dark underbelly of society. Sorry about that. So now Witch has just given us all of Laguna's backstory. Now you face us, under Draken's orders. What meaning does this battle hold for you? That's none of your business. You are absolutely right, of course. But I wish you would come back to fight me after you reconsider your reason for fighting. I am the Shields of Edens. I will eliminate whatever enemy I must to protect my family. That is the reason I fight. And we see Witch's face here, like, super intense. We even see her eyes through her visor, which we never see. And the, like, sheer, like, force of hatred reaches Laguna. But we don't check in on that, and we cut back to the hallway, where the group has found Labilia. Labilia looks shocked at seeing them. Rebecca? What are you doing here? What is going on here? Where am I? And Rebecca breathes a sigh of relief. I'm so glad you're okay. And Shiki looks at her. She's doing better than I expected. And Wise kind of smiles. What's the deal? She said they'd done horrible things to her, so I expected something dirtier. And Pino just doesn't understand. Is just too pure. I do not understand. But Rebecca sees something and looks confused. Huh? Get me out of here already! And actually, listening to what Wise said, made her flash back to Labilia from 29. The bloodied up, torn up dress, blindfolded, cuffed above her head. In world number 29, Labilia looked like she'd been tortured for days. But now in world 30, she's not hurt at all? What's wrong, Rebecca? Rebecca keeps thinking, something doesn't feel right. And just then a voice says, hello there. And it's Sibir? Sibir is now at Draken's place? And that's the end of the chapter. Okay. So there's many different parts of this chapter. Let's focus on the title fight, of course. Again, this was never going to be my favorite fight of this arc, just because I'm not into the BDSM jokes that Mashima seems to really love. I don't know. I mean, I've said before, like, the BDSM moments are kind of my least favorite part of the series. Is honestly why I think Fairy Tail is still better than Eden Zero. And you see all these, like, oh, Eden Zero is the better series. I don't know. It's those uncomfortable BDSM jokes, or not even jokes, just, those don't work. They just don't work. They work better here. And again, I'm still only vaguely sure as to why they work better here. But they do work. They're better than normal here. I'm a little bit curious about what Ether optimization is about, how it's different from Ether Gear. But I still don't really know exactly. And then, yeah, we see a little bit of Laguna. And I want to bring up something that Rebecca kind of brought up back at the end of World 29. That didn't end up going anywhere because World 29 got canceled. But about how Laguna's, like, the one member of Draken's group that she's not, like, completely afraid of. That he's the one that, like, might possibly be trustworthy. And the fact that Witch says here, I wish you would come back to fight me after you reconsider your reason for fighting, means that I don't think, whatever ends up happening with Laguna, I don't think Laguna's story is going to end here. I don't think he's going to be a one-off arc villain. I think he, kind of like Jean, will be a bit more recurring than just shows up one time. And then, yeah, there's the twin mysteries around Labilia and Sibir that end the chapter. Labilia 30 being in a much better place compared to Labilia 29, despite the fact that, like, we're not that much later in the timeline from when Rebecca saw Labilia 29 in World 29, compared to Labilia 30. And, like, maybe it's possible she reached that point in, like, an hour. Maybe. But like Rebecca says, it looked like she'd been tortured for days. And then also there's the fact that Sibir 30 can just walk into Draken's base. And that I really want to get into next week, but I don't have any information on right now. So I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, you know, do whatever makes you happy, you know? And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!